Fade in.
No, God!
Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
Ah, I'm gonna kill myself! I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
The sequel movies were just the worst garbage ever. Last Jedi was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to leave the theater, but I was like, I can't. It's Star Wars. You know, I need to watch it. But man, was that bad.
I think that the thing that George never did was maintain the status quo. And I think that that's really important because...
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character.
Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island. But you'll...
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Where are your parents? Kid's sketchy. Back to you guys.
So they wanted us to keep going. That Star Wars girl said, keep going. Okay, so...
Wait, what are we talking about?
I figured out how to monetize social justice warriors.
I have no love for He-Man.
I know, but I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world in a comic book story.
When I was a kid, I'd watch He-Man and Masters of the Universe when I got home from school. From 1981 to 82, it was a rich...
I'm kind of retarded.
Anyhow, to all of our Star Wars fans in China.
What's up, all my Ewoks, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as Star Wars Girl. I hope you guys enjoyed that new intro. I was told that I don't promote my art channel enough, so I was like, all right, well, there you go. There's a little art promo video. I'm doing a project called the I Project, where I honestly live stream more on that channel, or at least I used to live stream more on that channel than I do here on my main channel. And you guys can watch me paint your eye. And then I make a little time-lapse video. I post it on Instagram and Twitter, and it's a whole fun project and whatnot. But we're not here to talk about painting today. Today is episode 64 or 68 of the Matriarchy. And as you guys know, I host the Matriarchy with my lovely, wonderful, amazingly spirited co-host, the one, the only, Jessi Milestone of Mindless Entertainment.
What's up, everybody? Hi, I am here. I am your God Empress. I am Jessi Milestone.
You are in a pixelation from the 1990s.
That's great. I'm in a world of pixels. It's great. There is a cat behind me if the broadcast comes in clear enough at any point.
It's funny. I think I sent you a picture of their dad.
You did. Oh my goodness. He looks just like a blend of the two of them. It's weird.
He's Jane's dad, I think. Because doesn't Chip Pancake have a thinner face?
Yeah, are they not the same litter?
They're the same litter, but different cats. Cats can have different dads for different kittens.
Oh, whoa! I forgot that.
Yeah, so I if I sent you a picture of what's Chip Pancake's dad, you'd immediately be like, oh yeah, that's his dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think that was Jane's dad then. Yeah. That's weird. I did not know they had different papas.
Oh. They do. They have same mommy, different daddies.
Oh my goodness. They think I'm their biological mother, so it really doesn't matter.
Dude, so those kittens that I sent you videos of.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, I was at my dad's house and there's always kittens, but the thing with the kittens, if they're born in a barn, is they have a respiratory infection from being like born out in the elements. And so they're almost always born with like crusted shut eyes. Well, I mean, they don't open their eyes till later, but it's like a sinus, all this area infection. And so their eyes get like crust. This is gross. It gets crusted, closed with mucus. And so usually, a mom dealing with a bunch of kittens, she doesn't usually get to all of them because my dad's female cats are lazy as hell. So I have to go and take all the kittens and clean them. And so I did. And then the motherfuckers, they're all happy because I cleaned up their eyes. They're all looking around. It's first time seeing the world. And then I put them down. 2 seconds later, fuckers hissing at me. I'm like, bitch, I just gave you your eyes back.
Asshole.
Little kitten. Andy McCallum, thank you for the super sticker. It is a black cat.
Andy's the best. Andy's my favorite human being right now ever. I was also having a terrible day yesterday, and then I did my stream, and Andy came and blew it up and made it the best stream ever. Made me a winner on the 1-7 Live, and it just made my day. So thank you, Andy.
Well, what a nice guy you are, Andy. Thank you for doing that for Jessi. But Jessi, did you know that I have a project going on right now?
I had heard a little something about it. Tweeted a little something about it.
I did. So you and I haven't talked about it yet, but I am doing to be fair, you knew about it before everyone. I just kind of didn't tell anyone when I launched because I'm terrible at communication. But so last time I was over at Jessi's house in person, it was because I was in LA getting my photos taken. Hence me being up in LA for reasons. So Jessi knew about it, the top secret project, before everyone else did. But here it is. It's here. My cosplay calendar. And thank you guys so much. Where is this? I pulled that up just to read this. Jessi is sort of rocking an awesome new romantic look tonight. I wonder why. Jessi, you want to tell us why before we get into my calendar?
Well, it is the eve of one Jeff Hicks's birthday. He turns 33 tomorrow, and so the birthday celebrations begin as soon as the stream ends, and they begin.
Bound chicka wow
wow. With me.
So,
there you go. We're good.
Bound to go wow wow. Well, everyone, make sure that you guys say happy birthday to Jeff. I drink, therefore I am. Thank you for the $20 super sticker, and it's a little pair going. Thanks for being you. Oh, thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you.
Dude, you are the man. I love that guy. He's my hero. He's my consigliere in the mob. He's my official, and he's also our patron saint.
I don't know what either of those mean, but that's cool. That's who
The
it is.
consigliere, he's like my lawyer, basically, like my most trusted advisor. He'd be like my if I was the Sultan, he'd be my Jafar.
Oh. Ooh,
Yep.
hopefully it doesn't turn on you. Vids, the editor, thank you for the super chat. My Finnish heritage has been culturally oppressed by the Romanovs and Stalin, but Dave Chappelle making trans jokes is a crime. Oh, Jesus.
No. Yo.
Yeah. Well, you know what no one is talking about, which was kind of the point of... Did you watch The Closer first off before I get into it?
I did. Yes, I absolutely did.
Okay. Did you get this impression that it was basically him venting his pain and sorrow because those fuckers bullied his friend Daphne to commit suicide?
That is exactly the impression that I got. I got the impression that everything he said in this special were all the things he felt he had to say because he didn't know if he was going to get another chance, and he needed to say them because of what Daphne meant to him.
Exactly. And nobody is acknowledging that. I did a video today which I talked about this, and I was like, yeah, the guy said that he should have been more like should have had a little bit more humanity in his memos, but I'm like, motherfucker, you're trying to bend the knee to people that bullied someone online until they committed suicide. And it's exactly what Dave Chappelle said. He's like, Daphne was in the group, one of the alphabet community, the trans, right? And because Daphne stepped out of their line of what they deem is right and wrong, they literally went after her until she committed suicide. But Dave Chappelle is the bad one.
And you know what? He didn't even blame them for it. He wouldn't even go that far. He just laid out the facts. This is what happened. She got bullied, all of this stuff. 6 days later, she killed herself. And then even that, I can't, tell you what was going on in her head, what the reasons were, but that certainly didn't help. And it drives me crazy where like Netflix puts out the special. They stand behind the special, knowing apparently at some point, understanding what it means and the value of it. And then the second, it's going to cost them money because all these employees want to walk out. Now they're going to roll over and bend the knee to a bunch of fucking bullies, to a bunch of assholes, to a bunch of people who will bully you to death for thinking differently from them, even if you're one of their own.
It's exactly what Dave Chappelle said in his... He predicted everything that was going to happen. Like he started off with like, it's called The Closer because this is the last time I'm going to be able to talk to you guys for a long, long time. Yeah. I'm honestly really interested because I'm going to see him on Sunday. I'm going to be interested to hear what he has to say.
Are you going to see who on Sunday?
Oh, I thought I told you. Yeah, Peaches got me tickets to his show in Nashville. So we're flying out to Nashville on Friday.
You did not tell me that's why you were going to Nashville. You just said we're going to Nashville.
No, yeah. So we're going to see Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle.
Oh my God, that'll be phenomenal. You'll have to tell me all about it.
I'm so excited. I've never been to Nashville, but
yeah. I never have been either. I've been to Memphis a couple times. I always wanted to go to Nashville.
Russell, thank you for the super chat. Evening, ladies. You look like you have a headache. Stop with the butt plug jokes, Russell Hall.
Oh my God.
Thank you for the super chat, though. Annie McGowan, thank you for the super sticker. And it's a birthday cake with a candle. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah,
Anna's gonna be 21 this year.
I think that was for Jeff.
That's fine. But you're also, it's almost your birthday too.
It is.
I guess we'll celebrate next week, right?
Yeah, I'll celebrate it. I'm gonna celebrate it a couple times. Because I'm gonna celebrate it with Peaches and then with the Munchkin and with my dad.
Sounds good. Well, we will we'll add celebrating your birthday to the agenda for next week's Matriarchy, even though we have another big event as well. So more on that.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, let's just get out of the... Let's finish what we both have to say about the Dave Chappelle thing. So is there anything else you wanted to add to that?
I put out a tweet about it. And I that's how I really feel about it. The people turning their back on Dave Chappelle are not hurting him. They're turning their back on Daphne. Canceling this special won't erase him, but it will erase the legacy of a dedicated young comedian. And that's what it is. You're you're not hurting him. You know, you can't hurt him. You can't erase him. You can't whatever. But this is the only place. This is the biggest. He did this because he understands. And this is something too, like, having done stand up, you know, you get understand a little bit of the way it is. Like, comedians really protect their own. And there's almost like a sickness in a lot of really dedicated comedians where they like live on the stage and they feed off the audience, and they need that. And they need that stage, that legacy, that memory, that laughter. And the way he talks about Daphne, you know, she had that like sort of laughter addiction or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And there was this instance out here not that long ago, actually, where a comedian was diagnosed with cancer, and he put together a special. Because it was just so important to him that he have that special, you know, before he died. Turns out he's still alive. He has to go for chemo like every month and stuff. He's beating it so far. He's managing, he's living with it. And he said it's really weird though, because people know him as the guy from that special. And so everyone thinks he's scammed people by doing it. But he's like, no, I really thought I was going to die. And I'm really happy I didn't. I still live with cancer. I still go to chemo all the time. It still sucks. Yeah. But I'm not dead. So, but yeah, no, it's, so yeah, it's that
imagine
kind of thing.
People being disappointed that you're still alive.
Right? It's just like, wow, what a weird, shitty place to live in. But yeah, that to me, Dave Chappelle doing this for Daphne was him giving her the special she never got, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's why to me, it's like, y'all don't understand. The people trying to cancel that don't understand that. They don't understand what a stage means to a comedian. What their name being spoken on that stage means to the comedian. And so you're not canceling Dave Chappelle. You're just canceling Daphne. Is that really what you want? Like, you already fucking canceled her out of life. You want to cancel her memory too? I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And honestly, I think that it's so hypocritical that they're saying, oh, well, he made fun jokes about the trans community. And it's like, they literally bullied Daphne into suicide. Exactly. Because she was friends with Dave Chappelle and defended Dave Chappelle. You want to look at the real monsters? Maybe it's better if those people do walk out, you know?
Exactly. Maybe it's better that you're offended rather than, you know, someone be dead.
Well, it's like, yeah, okay, so get some thicker fucking skin, you know, to those people. Exactly. Oh, you're offended by a show? Oh, because somebody finally made you, you know, have to be somewhat accountable for bullying someone to suicide. For that's the thing. It's like you just say, oh, well, I'm trans, therefore they're bullying me. All of a sudden saying that you're trans gets rid of any kind of accountability. And you know what sucks is I have really good friends that are trans and they are sickened by this shit.
Yep.
You know, they're like, this gives us like a bad name. People don't trust us. People judge us immediately. They think we're going to, you know, go destroy them on the internet. One of my friends was having a really hard time getting hired for anything because they're like, no, they're just going to cancel us. It's the same thing with like them, you know, men not wanting to be alone with women because they're going to get Me Too'd.
Yep.
It's like all these people are doing is causing more problems and no one is holding them accountable because they're afraid to, because if they do, they get canceled.
The fucking revenge class has it right. The trans activists are not even trans. They're narcissistic, body dysmorphic hate breeders. Yeah, most of them aren't even fucking trans. They're like, I'm male today and female tomorrow. And it's like, dude, like being actually transgender has a lot more scientific documentation than I have fifis and this and that and whatever. And you can dispute it and disagree with it and have whatever opinions you want about it. But it is not the same thing. It is discernibly and documentally not the same thing as picking a different fucking pronoun every other day and wanting to look like an amorphous, asexual blob.
There's people that, you know, actually have body dysmorphia and that, you know, are trans. And then there's people that do it because they want the attention because it's trendy. It's like, you remember, I mean, it was going on when I was in college, was all of a sudden it became a thing to be bisexual. Like that was the trend. So all of a sudden everyone was like, oh, I'm bisexual, especially girls when they weren't. It's like, oh, you're bisexual. Have you ever had sex with a woman? No. Have you ever dated a woman? No, but I'm bisexual. It's like, have you ever had any kind of romantic or sexual feelings about a woman? No. And it's like, okay, so you're straight. And they're like, no, I'm bi. And it's like,
At Smith College, it was called GTGD, Gay Till Graduation Day, because it was an all-girls college. So apparently they would all just fuck each other and then be like, well, we didn't really like women. We just were doing it because we were in college. And it was a thing. That happened a bit at Bennington where I went because of the ratio. It was like 80-20 male, female, or female to male.
Let me read a couple of these. Claudia, thank you for super chat. Joe Rogan's stand-up is not funny, in my opinion. Your thoughts? I've never seen him, but that doesn't bode well for the show that I'm very excited to see this weekend. But
I am curious
everyone's humor is
never seen
different.
him. I've never seen him either, but I have heard he's funny. So
I don't know. Cutter Hale, thank you for the super chat. Anna, I know you are a huge Henry Cavill fan. Yes, spelled with 2 L's. So what's your favorite movie of his? Mine is Man from U.N.C.L.E. In my opinion, it's criminally underrated, and it's Guy Ritchie's best movie. I honestly usually hate Guy Ritchie movies, but I actually like that one. Only thing is, I can't really watch that movie anymore because after reading Armie Hammer's cannibalistic text messages, it makes me terrified for the girl in that movie because I'm like, he's just gonna cut off your toe.
No, I want to see it. No, I really want to see it.
Oh, it's great, but you know what? It doesn't really sexualize Henry Cavill, which I'm disappointed by. It's actually more about humanizing Armie Hammer's character because he's the one with the love interest, where Henry Cavill's like the British spy and whatchamacallit is the Armie Hammer's like Russian, and so it's like the Soviets versus them. So
I've never had a problem being deeply attracted to the non-sexualized characters though. I mean, like Tom Hardy in Inception.
Well, I'm fine with it, but I think because he's it's about like breaking down his like Russian barriers and like humanizing him. They really try to focus on Armie Hammer, so I was like, can we give Henry more screen time, please? But at the same time, I was like, ooh, I never looked at Armie Hammer in this way for a split second. And then I read those messages. I was like,
yum
toes. Get off your toe.
You didn't need all 10 of those, did you?
Sorry, it's been a long time since I've watched that movie.
Armie Hammer and Buffalo Jeff need to get together.
Oh God. But anyways, my favorite movie that he's in, it's not like a Henry Cavill focused movie, but he's in it, is The Count of Monte Cristo. He's very young in that movie, but that's, out of all the movies that he's been in, that's my favorite one, but I'm not really attracted to him in that movie because he's a child. Well, he's not a child. He's like 18 years old or 19, but it's really hard for me to be attracted to men that are under the age of 30.
So what would you consider your favorite Henry Cavill movie, like movie for Henry Cavill?
The Anna cut of The Witcher, which is literally just the entire season of The Witcher, but only the Henry Cavill scenes.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, he's I don't know. There's something about him in the past couple of years that's just really like just gotten my, ovaries going.
We've noticed. A little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, but he was great in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Don't get hysterical, Anna. There's a cure for that. Well, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to take a break from reading super chats for a minute to talk about my campaign because I've had it up for a while. I accidentally exited out of my scene, but I pulled up this one screen. This is, I guess I didn't refresh this from earlier, but because this is still at 19,000. We passed 20,000 last night on Jeff's stream, which I'm very, very happy about. But let me just do a refresh right now. Holy crap, we broke 21,000. Thank you so much, everyone. It was at like 20 and like 960 for a while, and I was like, oh my God. But thank you guys so much. That's so incredibly kind of you. I've seen some people thinking that I was asked, like, this is the number I'm asking for. No, this is the number that we have raised. So some people that don't understand the way that IndieGoGo works, this is a fundraiser. And so it's a way to support independent creators. and raise money for them to do projects. So the more money that this project raises, the better the product you are going to receive. The 10,000 I needed in the beginning was just how much it was going to cost for all of the basics like shipping, printing, shipping supplies like stamps and boxes and plastic and tape and all of that stuff. And, printing in and of itself is expensive, but shipping to different parts of the world is extremely expensive. So, like I said, the more money that this raises, the better quality everything is going to be. So that's why, some people are like, well, you reached your goal. Why don't you end it? And I'm like, you don't really understand the way that crowdfunding works, but that's okay. I'm more than happy to explain it to you. And so let me just go through the tiers. I have the first tier, which is going solo. And so that's just one book. So if you just want one calendar and it ships worldwide, I like how it says 209. That's like the area code where I grew up. But so, just one going solo. And then you can get this tier, which is double trouble. So it's 2 calendars. So you say you want one in your room and you want one in your office. Or, somewhere in your house and then somewhere in your office if you're one of those people that had to go back to work and had to not work from home.
For me, there's also like sometimes you want one that you have just like to keep as a calendar, like intact, and one that you pull apart so you can like hang up your favorite pictures,
There
like
you go.
That's what.
Well, so there's an add-on for like an extra calendar, but this is actually going to save you $10. So this is actually a better deal if you were planning on adding an extra calendar on at checkout. And then we get into the higher end tiers, which starts off with the signed tier. So you guys will get a calendar signed by me, and then you guys will also get a limited edition print signed by me as well. And this limited edition print is only available in these top 3 tiers. So let's go to the second of the higher end tiers, which is personalized. So let's say you want me to write you a little birthday message on your birthday. This is the tier to get. So I will sign whatever you want. If you want like a little quote, that can go on here. And then I will also personalize the print for you as well. And so you'll get one copy of the calendar, one that's personalized, and one print that is personalized as well. Then this is the tier that terrifies me to my very core, which is you pick my cosplay. And what is included in this tier is you get a calendar. It doesn't say it in here, but it will be signed. It will be personalized. You will also get a limited edition print of the month that you want me to cosplay as and that character and everything, along with the limited edition print. I haven't decided on if those are going to be the same one or not, but this one, it's like you get kind of everything. There also are the calendar cosplay prints from the month. So let's say, let's just say hypothetically, this is January, right? And then there's February, March, April, May, June, all the way down to December. Well, so I'm going to make prints of those months as well, which are only available on an add-on perk when you're going to check out or in this tier. So this one, you don't have to add it. Everything is included. Nice. And so that is, all inclusive. You get to pick my cosplay. You get to pick the month that it's going to be featured. Little disclaimer. Note that this will have to be a character that is feasible to do, as well as rated PG. Nothing inappropriate will be accepted. So no X-rated stuff. Also, as far as like feasible, I mean, it's like, let's say you want me to become like Megatron. Like that's not really feasible for me to do in the time that I need. So, but I haven't gotten any of that. I've gotten a lot of people asking like for bondage stuff and like feet stuff. All of which ironically are PG because it's all from like animated shows. It's very bizarre. People are like, can you be, one I got was Padme tied up on Geonosis, and I was like, I guess I could like make a makeshift pool and like do that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's technically PG. Another one was
accurate. So
what somebody asked, and I was like, I could make it happen. I'd have to talk to the photographer about it. How what's Jessica Rabbit, how she was taken out of the car in that thing, in the ride. So, because she's like tied up in there. Somebody asked for that, and I was like, I think I could make that work. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know, if you want to have an inquiry about that, you can email me. My email address is that starwarsgirl@gmail.com. And so I was like, I'll tell you if that's like acceptable or not acceptable, all that fun stuff. But so yeah, that's technically rated PG. So
How
yeah,
many
I was
have
just
you-
like,
How many have you turned down so far?
surprisingly none. I was like, that technically is PG. A lot of the people have like said, like they send me screenshots. They're like, it's from this like movie or this comic book or this show. One of them I got was, you would probably know it. It's the chick from Halo.
Oh, Cortana. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was it kind of looks like she has body painting that's cybernetics. And I was like, that looks like it's kind of hard to do. But I was like, if I just got a like whatever that light blue bodysuit
Yes.
and just photoshopped it.
I would say the other thing you could do is blacklight it.
Yeah.
You could try that.
Well, I was like, I think that I could do that. It's going to take some like intense editing, but I mean, that is
Yeah.
possible to do. But so, yeah. Also all of,
Zero Suit Samus would be cool.
Huh?
I was just looking at the chat. Zero Suit Samus. That would be a cool one.
Well, I'm just terrified of those. And every day I'm like, oh my God, what is somebody going to make me do? Okay. And so obviously the only one that has been announced so far is my Going Rogue look. And I will be announcing what characters I'm going to be in the forthcoming weeks through videos here on my channel, like how I did the Rogue, like transforming into Rogue video. I'll be doing little transforming into this character. But I was going to just do it in order of months. But as you guys can see, I posted a little update. Due to popular demand, people wanted to be surprised. Like Drunk 3PO was on the other morning, and he was like, no, it's better if like you get the calendar and then you open it and you're just like, oh, I got this month. Oh, I got that month. So it's going to be a surprise what month the characters are going to be.
Oh, I like it.
And so, yeah, I actually just went to like that big Halloween store in LA yesterday, and I filmed a bunch. So I think I just might put together like a teaser video. And it's like,
cool.
oh yeah, this was all the stuff that I got, so people can like guess what I'm gonna do with that.
We need to
But
do
yeah.
more Halloween stuff.
What do you think, Jessi?
I fucking love it. I think it's really cool. It's so fun. It's like you really got into the character, you know? It's like not just the costume, but you got the pose, you got the face, like you really it's a cool look. It's a really cool look.
I finally got the shoes in for this. And I was like, oh my God, they're ginormous because they're normal like knee-high boots, but because I'm so freaking short, they like go almost up to my thighs. And I was like, Jesus. But what was I gonna say? She has like a belt, and I got an email saying that it was going to be delayed, and then I got an email saying that it was canceled. So I have to like make a belt for this, which will be pretty easy. It'll be pretty easy. It's just irritating. But so the last thing that I need to update here is, so we have stretch goals. So some people were complaining that I made the stretch goals so high because like, Anna, that's unrealistic. And my answer to that is, why would you shoot for the moon when you could shoot for the stars? You know?
Yep.
So it's like, if I don't, set my goals high, I have nothing to, strive for. So these are all stretch goals. It's just, I'm setting, I'm just trying to be optimistic.
Well, that's the point of stretch goals is exactly that. You set the goal that you need to make the project happen. You're not necessarily expecting to hit those stretch goals. You're just saying, hey, in a wonderful universe where we get to these wonderful places, I will give you these things in return. It's like, this is my way of saying thank you if this project does lights out, I think that's the best way of looking at it. And it's really realistic. That's what IndieGoGo is at its heart. It's, it's you saying, I have this dream, and people saying, I support you on this. And you saying, I am going to say thank you in these ways if you support me in these ways. And at the base of its policy, there's no requirement of transaction. on there. It's done in good faith. It's done in the faith that the creators that you support and back are actually going to go forth and produce the thing that you've, asked them to do. And it's our responsibility, if we ever want you to obviously to come back and support us again, to do that. But it really is. It's a positivity based endeavor based on people who all believe that somebody, or a group of people can pull off awesome projects.
Yeah, I'm glad that some people understand, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions. But so one of the things about this that I've gotten questions about. So these are for each time we break another $10,000, I will be adding on a limited edition print of the alternate look of the character. So as you guys can see, this picture is a little bit different than this picture. It's because you're gonna do like what? I'm gonna do a photo shoot and I'm only gonna get one picture? No, so it'll be like maybe the lighting will be a little different, the pose will be a little bit different, and so these are not available to purchase. These are only available if we meet the stretch goal. So I need to update this because we have met this stretch goal. So we've already met 2 stretch goals, which is absolutely incredible. So everyone will receive an alternate print of the month of February.
Greg Kirby says this calendar isn't woke, so I will buy. But Greg Kirby, the calendar features only a woman, though. Doesn't that make there are no men in the calendar? Does that not make it woke? But yes, you should totally back it because it's awesome.
Please and thank you. I've been dropping the link in the chat. I'm just going to do a little refresh, see if we've gone up at all. We've been at we're at $21,070 with 309 backers. Thank you guys so much. That's absolutely incredible of you. Let's see if we moved it all. Nope, which is completely okay because I have been, pitching this for the last 2 days. So I feel like most people in my audience have seen this already. So thank you guys so much. I think the more that I post like updates on what characters I'm going to be is how this thing will be moving. But thank you guys so much. Thank you. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. You guys are awesome.
This looks awesome. It's going to be such a...
Have I told you all the characters yet?
I think yes, you did, and you sent me a lot of specs of a lot of them too. But yeah, you did. I think run me through all of them. I am excited.
There's one that I have like everything for now except for shoes, and so I might just make shoes. But I found the perfect prop for it on accident the other day, and I was like, ooh, I want to just make the video already. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm ready. I love it.
Anna, do a alarm clock campaign so we can all get woke. Oh God. That is not something I want to do.
Speaking of woke, Jeff has been on a creative role with Wokebusters, so I can't tell you things that I know, but he's been creating all of the things. The story's it's really cool. It's going to be an awesome book.
I'm so excited for it. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Richard Pierce, thank you for the super chat, the $20 super chat. Thank you. If you don't dress up as olive oil, I'm not backing. Oh my God.
Do not have the proportions.
That's the most unattractive look ever.
It would also be so wrong. You're the tiniest human. She's the longest, willowiest person. That would be really unattractive. Don't do that.
That would be kind of, not exactly my thing. Not exactly.
You'll just have to accept Richard Pierce's support and super chat form instead.
Whatchamacallit. Thank you, Force Ghost Fabio. Okay, let me read some of these that are off here. Let's see. Oh my. Thank you guys. I'm sorry I got so far behind on these. Russell Hall, thank you for showing up. Don't get hysterical, Anna. There's a cure for that. Oh, well, thank you. Night King 01, thank you for showing up. Have you seen Ruby Rose tweets about her experience on Batwomen? Geez, it's really eye-opening and sad. I kind of perused through it. Jessi, do you want to pull those up and you can read it to all of us?
Yeah, sure thing. Let me go grab those over here.
Thank you. Let's see. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. Tell us more about this GTG college you went to. Claudia, thank you for the super chat. Joe Rogan is funnier in his podcast than stand up. I don't really. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Did anyone happen to like Star Trek at this college? Oh, no, not really. Claudia, thank you for 2 super chats in a row. Henry Cavill's American in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. As you can tell, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I totally thought he was British in that movie. Well, I mean, he's always British, but, you know. Cavill isn't the main character. Man from U.N.C.L.E. I think he meant in Man from U.N.C.L.E. I know he's not, but still, they made it very much of... Well, the whole movie starts off in his perspective. It's more of like an ensemble cast, but still, it's, you know, they very much highlighted Armie Hammer's character, which now, after all the things that came out, it is kind of disturbing. The Count 209, thank you for super chat. 209, LOL, IDK, how we never bumped into each other. Is there any way to meet you? I'd even take a trip to LA. I'm trying to do more spontaneous things. I don't live in LA, but when I do the fan meetup, so I have an art channel called The Art of Anna, TSWG Studios, and what I decided to do was do this project called the Eye Project, in which I paint volunteers from the chat's eyes. And so what I said at the end of that is that I'm going to be doing a art show. And so I'll rent out an art gallery and everyone is welcome to come. And that'll be like the big fan meetup that I host. Jessi and Jeff are going to be there.
Of course.
Naturally. And a couple more of my YouTube friends will probably be there. It's not going to be until sometime next year, just because I have to wait until I'm finished with the Eye Project, which is taking a lot longer now. I might just have to start doing 2 eye paintings per stream. But yeah, so that's going to be when I do a fan meetup here in California, and that will be in Southern California. But thank you for the super chat. Reswell, thank you for the super chat. I think Lower Decks is also technically rated PG. No, it's rated like 14 and over for yeah.
14.
David L, thank you for the you're killing it, Anna. Over 21K so far and climbing. Congratulations, Anna. Also love you, Jessi.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Russell, thank you for the super chat. How awesome would a Comicsgate Kings cosplay calendar be? You mean cosplaying as all the guys? That would actually be pretty funny.
That would be hilarious.
Will, thank you for the super chat. Jim Balance Catwoman from May 94 Wizard cover. Just saying. Way to go, Anna. I might already have that as a reference. Just FYI. Skinny Cecil, thank you for the super chat. Will there be an option where once characters are released, I can purchase the character for my choice of month? What do you mean? Like you can purchase the tier and then purchase what month it's going to be? Well, none of the characters are... Oh, you mean like you pick what month it's going to be? No, that is up to me because different themes are going with different months. Sorry, Skinny Cecil. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. Anna loves fresh produce. Send her a veggie basket. Do not do that. That's going in the trash. Just like all those fucking books you sent me, Russell Hall. Russell Hall sent me like 7 or 8 like Trump books.
What the fuck?
I was like, keep this shit away. Well, here's the thing. I couldn't tell if they were for Trump or against Trump. I'm like, what are these fucking books? It's like,
were they just like the tell-alls? Were they just the tell-all ones?
I don't know what they were, but they were thick hardcover books that he probably spent at least $100 on to troll me. And I'm like, motherfucker, stop sending me political stuff. Annie McCallum, thank you for the super chat. When will we get a Hobbit themed calendar? LOL, heart. You'll just have to wait and see.
Anna, that reminds me. I'm not going to say the date and time out loud, obviously, but there is a Hobbit theme. There's a restaurant called The Hobbit that does like a gajillion course meal. It's like a fancy dress place. It's down in Orange County, apparently. And Jeff got a reservation for my birthday. So you should
I kind of might have already known that before you did.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, are you coming?
I already RSVP'd.
Okay. Are you? Is that?
I
Is
might
that yes?
or might not have already RSVP'd.
Okay. Are you coming?
And discuss certain things without you.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Because Jeff earlier was like, "Oh, is Anna coming?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll ask her. I'll make sure she's free and stuff." So whatever. Jeff's just being all sneaky, like, I guess.
I don't know what I'm
right.
allowed to say or not say. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. Anna, I didn't send those books. Who the fuck sent me those damn books?
Mystery. The mystery
Fuckers.
persists.
Deanna, thank you for the super sticker, and it's a thumbs up pair. Well, thank you. I am all caught up on super chats now. Now, Jessi, you ready to read?
Right. Reading time. All right. No, go away. I don't want any updates from you. Ruby Rose alleges misconduct and unsafe conditions on Batwoman led to exit. She looks so like a dude right here. Former Batwoman star Ruby Rose aired out several allegations of wrongdoing on the set of the CW show, which they say led to their departure in May 2020. Doesn't she go by she? Doesn't Ruby Rose go by just she pronouns?
I think so.
I thought Ruby Rose was just she.
Maybe it changed. Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever. In a series of posts on Instagram Wednesday, Rose claims she was forced to continue to work in the DC series shortly after suffering a neck injury on set. After posting pictures and video in the hospital, Rose wrote, "To everyone who said I was too stiff on Batwoman, imagine going back to work 10 days after this, 10 days, or the whole crew and cast would be fired, and I'd let everyone down because Peter Roth said he wouldn't recast, and I just lost the studio millions by getting injured on his set. That is, be the one who cost so many people their jobs." The television responded to Rose's allegation in a statement writing, "Despite the revisionist history that Ruby Rose is now sharing online, aimed at the producers, the cast, the crew, and the network, the studio, the truth is that Warner Brothers Television decided not to exercise its option to engage Ruby Rose for season 2 of Batwoman based on multiple complaints about workplace behavior that were extensively reviewed and handled privately out of respect for all concerned." Rose also addressed their absence from San Diego Comic-Con in support of the show's first season, which surprised many fans. Imagine having to take a pay cut to play a passion project and being so excited about Comic-Con and then being told they would not adjust to the schedule so I could attend, but then saying we won't announce it, you have to, they wrote. Rose also leveled allegations at co-star Tigray Scott, who played Jacob Kane on Batwoman for its first 2 seasons. Rose said that Scott hurt a female stunt double. He yelled like a little bitch at women and was a nightmare. He left when he wanted and arrived when he wanted. He abused women, and in turn, as the lead of the show, I sent an email asking out for a no yelling policy. They declined. Rose went on to criticize showrunner Caroline Dries for refusing to stop production on season 1 when the COVID-19 pandemic began, despite other CW shows shutting down, saying that Dries only visited the show's set 4 times during the first season. Rose then spoke of what they said were unsafe and inappropriate working conditions on site, including one which left a PA paralyzed. Holy shit. A crew member got 3rd-degree burns over his whole body, and we were given no therapy after witnessing his skin fall off his face. But I was the only one who sent him flower cards, and then they told me to do a section without a minute to process. We lost 2 stunt doubles. I got cut in the face so close to my eye in a stunt I could have been blind, Rose wrote. A woman was left quadriplegic, and they tried to blame it on her being on her phone. So much so the CW didn't even help her to start with because they needed to investigate. So she had to do a GoFundMe. She's a PA. They work via phones. Her accident occurred because our show refused to shut down when everyone else did because of COVID. Wow.
Oh
Fans were left stunned last year when Rose announced their exit from Batwoman, which was the first TV series to focus on a lesbian superhero. Javisha Leslie was then brought in for season 2 to star as a new character who took up the mantle of Batwoman and is now also gone, right? So,
dude, that's insane if all of this is true.
Yeah, and I mean, it was really fucked up what happened with her back. I mean, I remember all that when it happened too. It's like, how you have to be ridiculously wildly irresponsible if your lead actor is getting that injured on set. I mean, sets are so like, you hear about how Tom Cruise is one of the only actors who gets to do so many of his own sets because so many of his own stunts because the directors, the producers are so protective of the actors lest they get injured, shuts down production. And this is just unconscionable. I mean, what you see, like it's clearly like this is what happens when people think that you have someone like Ruby Rose. She's an up and comer. She doesn't have any power per se in the industry, and you can say, maybe she's just trying to get attention because nothing's going on in her career, and okay, but then you can also look at how we just very narrowly avoided a massive strike. from production staff based on the way they're treated for streaming projects, and it kind of tracks. So and that actually we're looking into, there's all these massive video game delays now, and there's more movie delays and things like that. And I'm wondering if a lot of these delays now aren't a result of worker shortages and holdups now, because workers are now saying, hey, you can't work us 13 straight hours without a break and no overtime. So it's
I found her like actual post. I'm gonna send you the link to it right now.
Thank you,
But
because I could not find those directly.
Here you go. Well, so she doesn't have Twitter, I guess, but some people have been posting screenshots because she posted on her Instagram story.
Okay.
Let me read the super chat real fast. I drink, therefore I am. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Unfortunately, it is that time, ladies. Y'all have an amazing week, plus an even better weekend. Thank you. Congrats on the calendar, Jessi. Good seeing you again. And with that, I'm out of here. Well, deuces. Have a great night, dude. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the super
Thanks
chat.
for being our patron saint. You're the best. All right, let's say.
All right, so I sent you those. I'm going to do a little update while you look through that, because you are wonderful, not dyslexic at all, and so it's much better when you read things than when I do. So let's do a little update right here. We are at $21,070 with 309 backers. Let's see if we're going to make any changes to that. Yes, we did. 100,000 with 310 backers. Thank you so much. That's so absolutely incredible of you guys. My wonderful mods have been dropping links in the chat. So thank you. I'm going to post this in the chat as well. That's weird. It's not popping up. Oh, there we go. Which if you guys want to see this a little bit more clearer, that is what Jessi is going to be reading for you guys. The link to these screenshots of Ruby Rose's Instagram that are up on Twitter.
All right. So let's get them bigified here.
Russell, thank you for that. What about Jeff's skimpy cosplay calendar? Tell Jeff. All right, here we go.
All right, so dear CW, and she's at some people. Enough is enough. I'm going to tell the whole world what really happened on that set. Peter Roth, you are first up. You are chapter 1. Not sure if you left after getting promoted to the highest position because you just couldn't stop making young women steam your pants around your crotch while you were still wearing said pants. Oh, or if you left after putting a private investigator on me who you fired as soon as the report didn't fit your narrative. Either way, when it comes to you, there's already an army waiting for you. Oh, wow. Those are some serious fucking allegations right there.
I did hear about the guy steaming the pants.
Yeah, that's creepy as shit. I did hear about that too, but that hiring a private investigator to follow your actress, I presumably after she left the show. But what the fuck? Cut to 3 weeks later after that video. It's something then abnormal. It's worse than abnormal. This was diagnosed years ago, but I got an X-ray. But if I got an X-ray, we wouldn't make our day. I have documented this for years. What? I'm confused. Okay. This was diagnosed years ago on set, but if I got an X-ray, we wouldn't make our day. Okay.
Did she spell something wrong?
I'm just confused as to what it means here. I got an X-ray, and then it's just like quotes, wouldn't make our day. I have documented this for years. Something. I guess her spine's still fucked up from whatever happened on set is the gist. On top of that, I have enough documentation to make a 1-hour documentary. Pray tell, what else would you like me to share? The broken neck or the broken ribs split in two and the tumor. Ooh. To everyone who said I was too stiff on Batwoman, imagining going to work 10 days after this, 10 days, and the whole crew and cast would be fired. I let everyone down because Peter Roth said he wouldn't recast, and I just lost the studio millions by getting injured on his set. That is, be the one who cost so many people their jobs instead of spending half a day to rewrite me out for a few weeks to heal. All right. That might be, we might be out of order. So it might be that to everyone who said I was too stiff. And then it might go to cut to 3 weeks after this video. And there's all this shit, it's abnormal and she can't walk and all that. Okay. So that's that. And
if you
then
go to the response tweet to that, there's more screenshots.
Yeah. So here we go. Okay. Where does it start? Come on. All right. Imagine taking a huge pay cut to play a passion project, being so excited about Comic-Con, and then being told they would not adjust the schedule so I could attend, but then saying, we won't announce it, you have to. And me putting my foot down and saying, why must I be the face of this, only to be told if I didn't do this video, they would be silent and people would turn up to find out on that day that I wasn't there. I folded. I wanted to do what it took, but being told, cover your scar, we don't want to see that scar on the video, and you wonder why I posted my surgery video. So in closing, please, to my dear fans, stop asking if I will return to that awful show. I will return for any amount of money, nor if a gun were to my head. Nor did I quit. I did not quit. They ruined Kate Kane, and they destroyed Batwoman, not me. I followed orders, and if I wanted to stay, I was going to have to sign my rights away. Any threats, any bullying tactics, or blackmail will not make me stand down. A crew member got third-degree burns over his whole body, and we were given no therapy after witnessing his skin fall off his face. But I was the only one who sent him flowers and cards, and then we were told we had to do a sex scene without a minute to process. We lost 2 stunt doubles, a cut in the face so close to my eye, and a stunt. I could have been blind. A woman was left quadriplegic, and they tried to blame it on her being on her phone, so much so the CW didn't even help her to start with her because they needed to investigate, so she had to do a GoFundMe. She's a PA. They work via phones. Her accident occurred because our show refused to shut down when everyone else did because of COVID. Caroline Dries has no heart and wanted us to finish the season throughout the pandemic, and I told her it was a bad idea. I told her everyone was too distracted, constantly checking COVID updates, checking on Friends, and seeing Riverdale. The Flash and Supergirl shut down already. I felt something bad would happen, and Caroline Dries maybe visited the set 4 times in a year, unheard of. But in those 4 to 5 visits, she decided she could tell me she knew my injury happened on set, so I should comply with the PI. Yet later denied it entirely and said it happened during yoga. Well, I don't do yoga, and now someone will never walk again. We shut down the next day, not because she almost killed someone, because the government pulled it. Also, I fought people on set, yes, not because I wanted to, but because I wanted safety. Ask anyone in hair and makeup what I did for them after 2 were hospitalized. The only people who came out and spoke was Doug Ray, who, talk about unprofessional, called my agent after my exit to find a way to leave, to which she said, break your neck, I guess, yet slam me in the press. I never raised my voice on a set, never have. Doug Ray heard a female stunt double. He yelled like a little bitch at women. It was a nightmare. He left when he wanted, arrived when he wanted, abused women. And in turn, as a lead of a show, I sent an email out asking for a no yelling policy. That was declined. I was late one time because I was in the hospital. Whoever does these stupid leaks, and I'm finding out who it is, it's cameras who, after I left the hospital, said, yeah, well, maybe if people were not late, we would make our days. A kid, an egomaniac kid who worked 1 day a week, who had the audacity, or the stunt department who were furious, even though I never blamed them. But I went on Fallen and spoke of my injury and didn't play the game. Aside from them, I was loved and loved my crew. And they wouldn't drive me to work and knew I couldn't legally drive it for surgery, so they said, get a taxi.
What the fuck? Holy shit. And
Wow.
then the last thing I just sent you was Warner Brothers' response, or the CW's response. I sent you that.
So the CW has responded thusly. Alrighty. So where's the I opened the wrong one, I think. Wait, okay. It was the King of Sunshine one? Was that the
I think
had the
so.
response?
No, it's the one
other
before it. The one before it.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, and then Caroline Dries privated her Twitter.
Ha! Shocking. All right, so here we go. Statement from Warner Brothers Television Group. Despite the revisionist history.
Oh, let me share it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to share it.
There you go.
Despite the revisionist history that Ruby Rose is now sharing online, aimed at the producers, the cast and crew, the network, and the studio, the truth is that Warner Brothers Television decided not to exercise its option to engage Ruby Rose for season 2 of Batwoman based on multiple complaints about workplace behavior that were extensively reviewed and handled privately out of respect for all concerned. We'd like to keep everything under NDA. Please forget about this.
Of course.
It's
All right,
weird.
so how much of this do you think is true?
Well, I don't know. Based on like personal experiences, when somebody comes out and is willing to be incredibly transparent and detailed about an incident, and the other party, especially the more powerful party, elects to be pretty much radio silent on the issue and basically says, "Oh no, you're the troublemaker. It's all your fault. Fuck you." Usually it's because there's a truth that when you say this little, it's because if you say more, you'll incriminate yourself, It's because this is the most you can say that is technically true. And it probably isn't even all technically true. Or technically Warner Brothers Television decided not to exercise its option because Ruby Rose told them she didn't want to do it, is technically Ruby Rose's workplace behavior that led to Warner Brothers not exercising the option, but it's also just Ruby Rose fucking quit because of how she was treated, So there's nothing in this very politic response that actually contradicts anything that Ruby Rose said. And I think that's really, when you see that, it's like, okay, someone took the time, and especially like she's not just talking about herself. Like she sounds more like she's talking on behalf of the crew members that got completely fucked, and no one gave a shit, like whatever. It sounds like she was ready and willing to roll over when it was just her, but now it's like, okay, you want to blame this all on me, but you did this to other people too, and nobody cared. Then it's, I don't know, like, either she's making up these injuries completely, or if other people aren't speaking out about it, it's because they're probably under bullshit NDAs, So
I would just say it's like she posted her like x-rays, which are fucked up, but I never heard anything about a guy's like skin melting off of his face. I remember like all the stories about like the stunt double that got paralyzed and stuff like that. But I would just say, like, if there was any more evidence, because right now it's a he said, she said kind of situation.
Well, there's things that like Slick Rick says she broke her neck and they made her work a week later. I find that hard to believe. That's already documented though. Like she posted ages ago. They didn't dispute that. That happened, That's like there's some things that's a he said, she said, certainly, but like Anna said, there are x-rays and there's certain things that are like her injuries certainly not disputed. And it's like the pictures are posted from the surgery. Like I think she even did a little live something from like the recovery bay or whatnot. And then there's pictures from when she's back on set, and there's news from when production starts up again. So it's documented. So there's now whether she's using the fact that there's truth to some of it to springboard off and create, bigger allegations to get attention, that I don't know, that I can't speak to, but there certainly is, some truth there.
I would want to see them take this. Like, I would want to see her take this to court.
I think she absolutely should. I think if she's interested in actually doing the right thing, the right thing to do is to go to these families of the people, go to the people who were severely injured on set and put together a class action lawsuit and go to Warner Brothers to try to get, money to take care of these people who were wrongly injured. Because if there's truth to that, if there's truth to the fact that Warner Brothers was, it was their improper safety that led to these injuries, then there should be a class action lawsuit and there should be a payout for people who were wrongly injured. Including her, if that's the case. And so, yeah, if you're serious about that, and you're not just you're not too deep already and being stuck in the whiny Hollywood elite and you're actually serious. And now, okay, great. Sending someone flowers in a hospital is one thing, but if you really are serious, then maybe do that. Maybe take that step. So that's like, to me, it's like this is great, but what's next? You know, I'm inclined to think that there's you know, Warner Brothers' statement is not very compelling to me. It's a cop out. So there's definitely more to hear than what Warner Brothers is saying, whether it's Ruby Rose's whole truth or not. I don't know. But certainly, like I said, if you're really serious about this, then it shouldn't just be a random, you know, diatribe on Instagram. It should be followed up with serious legal action.
I'm going to do a poll right now, and it's going to have 3 options. Do you believe Ruby Rose? Yes, no, or not sure. I feel like most of it is going to be not sure, but we will find out.
Yeah. Where do you stand?
I think that there's 2 sides to every story. And because me, it doesn't matter what contract I'm under personally. If I broke my neck, there's no way somebody could get me to go to work the next week. I do have a very low pain tolerance though. So again, this is just 100% me and my weirdness. I'm also kind of a difficult person when it comes to stuff, and I'm a very stubborn person. So
that's what I also understand. The way she's framing it is, you know, the director's basically saying, I can't recast you. So if you don't come back, then all these people are going to lose their job. And we're going to, you know, the studio is going to lose out on millions because we're going to run behind. And it's like, that's the kind of workplace abuse that's like, it gets in your head, you know, where you're convinced. I mean, probably doped up on pain meds. You're like in terrible pain. You're probably in shock from your terrible injury. And it gets in your head and you're actually convinced that that is true and that you are responsible for all those people's jobs and shit. So.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess it's just when it comes to stuff like this, I'm like, you should have like stood up for yourself a little bit more. And I would have just, you know, if I had a phone call like that, I'd been like, all right, then I'm going to talk to my lawyer. Like that would be my response. So I know, I know I can't really speak for a situation I wasn't in because there's just different circumstances. I don't know what her life is like. I honestly don't know what her finances are like. I don't know the entire situation, but my thing, it's just like, well, why didn't you do something sooner? Because that breaking your neck like that, you could die. You know, I'd be like, no, I almost fucking died. I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore.
That's what you would think. Now, that said, there's also still that culture in Hollywood that says, you know, if you get blacklisted, your career is done. And so some people, if they're really hungry for it and they think this is what I want, this is all I want to do, and I'm nothing if I'm not doing this, are willing to do those things and then hit a breaking point where they realize they made a mistake. They realize they picked the wrong choice and try to course correct. Maybe that's what's happening.
Well, see, that's the thing is it's like, I can talk like that because I'm not beholden to anyone aside from, you know, the people in the chat. And I mean, like, I don't have to rely on like the Hollywoodness because it's like, how many times have I gotten canceled at this point? It's like too many to freaking count. Like nothing that those weirdos can do can affect me. But yeah, if that's your entire career and your entire life, heck yeah, that's, you know, gonna be some serious fucking shit that you're thinking about. But I mean, my thing is like, I want to know the full story. And my biggest thing is I want email receipts. I want screenshots. I want photos, audio recordings. She only put out like her story.
Yeah.
I feel like the rest is coming because there's going to be people like me. Cause it's like, here's my thing. I don't know Ruby Rose. I know very little about her. I don't know her as a person. So it's like, she's expecting, and I say this all the time, I'm like, you're expecting a bunch of random strangers on the internet to take your word for it. Well, it's like, well, I don't know you. Like, this is a very intense, compelling story because of the, you know, sincerity in the way that she wrote it. I'm inclined to believe her, but I need a little bit more. Right. And exactly what you said. She was very, you know, it was very specific. Whereas Warner Brothers was like, we're going to give the bare minimum. And it's like, well, that usually means something. So it's like, I am more on her. Like I'm leaning more towards her and all of that. But I do need more.
Exactly.
Which I don't think is unreasonable to ask. When you make allegations like that, I think that, you know, a little bit more evidence.
Absolutely. I mean, we do base our justice system theoretically. I know how far fucking removed we are from that on the concept of innocent until proven guilty. And so while allegations like these certainly pique my interest, I'm not, you know, picking up a pitchfork and burning down anyone's village until I see more evidence. Ronan Blade says her silence probably has to do with her contract. I mean, that's also
She already broke her silence. It's done.
Well, that's what people were saying. Some people in the chat were saying, why did it take her so long to speak out? Why did it take her so long to do it? And that may be it. You know, maybe she was under an NDA. Maybe she, you know, could potentially face legal consequences for speaking sooner. You know, I don't know. It needs more information. But like I said, the fact that the thing is, Ruby Rose doesn't have a lot of power. Is the thing. Like, she doesn't really have a platform. Like, she's not really in with the queers. Like, they fucking turned on her because she wasn't gay enough for them. She's not in with anyone in Hollywood. So, like, she doesn't really have a lot of power. So, that said, like, Warner Brothers could just treat her like a kid screaming in the ether and not even say anything about this. Like, they could just ignore it completely. So, the fact that they felt the need to respond and give such a, like just condescending, dismissive, and vague response, you know, because the thing is, if there's any meat to it, like, out of respect for those involved, fuck you. Warner doesn't have respect for anybody involved. If they had actual details and information that would damn Ruby Rose, they would have published it ages ago. They'd have published it the second she walked off the set to improve their image for when they recast, since people, you know, apparently
that is a good point.
Yeah, so there is they don't have any dirt. There is no dirt on her, you know, side to it. To me, it's just a matter of the level of veracity of what she's saying. And to me also, again, like, her having no real power or platform or leg to stand on, why does Warner Brothers even bother to entertain it or respond, put out an official statement if they're not concerned about, you know, because the thing is, you don't put out an official statement unless you need to have an official statement. Official statements are things where, okay, when this shit goes to court, this was our official statement. You need one that is perfectly neutral, that is neither a lie nor the truth, and in no way damning to you. And that's exactly what that is. So that is the statement of a company that is prepared to go to defend themselves, you know, officially over this. Whether or not there's more to it than that, I don't know.
Yeah, all I know is, like, the CW, it's notoriously known for making terrible TV shows, but I feel like every single TV show, they always have problems. Like, every single one, there's always problems. There's always fighting. I know it's, like, innocent until proven guilty, so that's why I'm like, I try to, like, remember that, because it's like, when somebody is that sincere, you're inclined to believe them.
Oh, sure. Naturally.
I think that there might be some embellishments to things, like the skin melting off the face. I'm really shocked that didn't get leaked, because I've never heard about that before. I remember her breaking her back, and I was like, the same thing like you. I'm like, who is she, Tom Cruise? Why the fuck is she breaking her back?
Right? Seriously. Exactly.
Like, and especially for a shitty Batwoman show. Like, I get it. Tom Cruise was jumping from, like, a thing to a building and broke his foot and still kept running. Like,
yeah.
But that's for Mission Impossible. I'm like, this is Batwoman. Why the fuck are you breaking your back for Batwoman? But
I'm looking so far. There is no further, at least not in the headlines. Don't have any further answers about these injuries. So this is all really pretty fresh though, right? Yeah, this is just like,
yeah, this only came out, I think, to like this morning or something.
Yeah, so it's only hours old.
I think more information is going to come out, but this is just like our initial thoughts on it.
This is the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, so this is just, I mean, yeah, if it's that, if it's just a freaking Instagram story and that's it, well, then there ain't nothing to it. But if there's any more forthcoming, then I hope the next thing that should be forthcoming is evidence. You know, we've heard enough. Yeah. Let's see. What are the
You said your thing, now show us the receipts.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna read a couple super chats, and guys, this is gonna be a short stream because Peaches actually has some family that's gonna be coming to visit, so I'm gonna try to keep this stream at an hour and a half. Which we're coming up on. So we got 15 minutes left. So I'm going to read some super chats if you guys don't mind. Actually, let's do an update on the campaign, see if we've gotten any more backers. My wonderful mods have been dropping links in the chat. Also, wonderful mods, if you guys don't mind, would you guys please also post Jessi's channel, her 17 Live, and her Twitter? Is there anything else you want me to post or have them post?
Oh yeah, I can throw it in the private here real quick. The I am collecting emails because I will be launching an IndieGoGo actually next week. We'll do it on the Matriarchy. I'm starting a fencing club, and so I, need money to put in a floor and lights and things that businesses need, and pay rent and to have employees and stuff. So I'm interviewing one sort of right now. I mean, he's like someone I know well, and I'm going to offer him the job, but it's like I actually get to kind of interview him and be like, oh, let me find out if you're a good fit for my business. So
Ooh, well, there you go. I just put, if you guys can share that as well, that is the email list for Jessi's IndieGoGo. So check that out.
Thank you. And I am over 500,000 baby coin right now on 17 Live, which if you know anything about it, it's very exciting. I'm in the top 50 streamers on the site right now, which this month they're doing a special bonus. So we get a bonus if you're the top 50 this month. And I am comfortably in that range. So thank you, wonderful people of 17 Live, for supporting me over there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And Friday will be another stream. My friend Walsey's coming up, so it'll be another jam stream on Friday.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. What about Jeff skimping a Jeff Skimpy cosplay calendar? Tell Jeff Jessi is here. She can pass that information on to Jeff.
I think that actually once Jeff really finally hits his goal weight and gets his body buffed the way he wants to, he'll probably be so excited he'll be convinced.
SJW Jessi, thank you for super chat. If you in all caps, if you don't buy this, you hate women.
There you go. You're gonna get canceled if you don't buy Anna's calendar.
Andy McCallum, thank you for super chat. Seriously, congratulations with the calendar. Heart emoji, clap, clap, clap. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am just so incredibly humbled by all of this. You guys are truly amazing. I kept putting off this and putting it off and putting it off. And then John yelled at me. Cecil has been yelling at me. Ethan finally yelled at me. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I was totally scared. And then I was going to put it off. And then Cecil yelled at me again. He's like, just fucking launch it, Anna. You said you're going to do it on Thursday. Now you're saying you're not going to do it on Monday. So I finally did it. And I did it.
Good.
And it's here. And it's there. And thank you. Thank you.
And it's awesome. And it's fantastic. Oh, one of my 17 Live people is now one of your fans too. I was like, since you like adorable women, go check out my friend Anna.
Aw, thank you. That's very kind.
He was like, I saw her salty opinions the other day and I love them.
Andy McCallum, thank you for the super chat. Seriously, congratulations. Oh, I think you read that one. Cesario Japan, thank you for super chat. Anna and Jessi collab month with Buffalo Jeff bonus. I'm not doing the Buffalo Jeff. It's creepy. Stop it. Well, no, me and Jessi talked about this a long time ago. I think we would just need to get original series costumes, but of her as Kirk and me as a Vulcan.
Yes.
I was like, that's something that we could do in the future. I don't have plans for it for this one, but hey, if you want, there's this magical tier right here, and if you want that, you can request it right there. But I remember I was going to do an update before I started reading super chats. So $21,100 with 310 backers. Let's see if we've gained any more. Hey, we have. Thank you so much. We've at $21,160 with 311 backers. Thank you to the one person that backed. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for all of those guys, make sure that you go and sign up for Jessi's email list for her IndieGoGo.
Yes, it's going to be a fencing club. So Anna, I'm excited. I'm glad that somebody finally did a calendar, because I was thinking about doing a calendar. So I did a poll on it ages ago. I was like, would you guys want a sexy Jessi calendar or a cat calendar or a sexy Jessi with cats calendar? And it came back sexy Jessi with cats. But I was like, I don't know how to fucking produce a calendar. So now that I know somebody who's done it, guys, stay tuned, because the future may actually hold a sexy Jessi with cats calendar.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would think of a different type of cats, but that's just me. Macy Van Dusen, thank you for the super chat. Howdy, lovely ladies. Anna, I can't wait for my calendar to appear. Smiley face. Jessi, maybe you could make a calendar of you and Jeff doing silly things with your cats, or simply a cat calendar. I am
devil.
totally thinking of the different type of cat, but oh my god. Well, that's on the table, Jessi.
I think that I should do a, cat calendar, like a sexy cat calendar. And one of the stretch goals, if we hit it, is like, oh, and then we'll just pay for a photo shoot with like lions and tigers and shit. So
you can do that.
Probably. Definitely. I'm sure that
yeah.
money can buy that. I'm positive that money can buy that.
We'll
call up Joe Exotic.
Fudge, it just skipped on me. J Lord, thank you for the super chat. It seems to me Quentin Tarantino and other non-woke people in Hollywood are the ones with nothing to hide. I don't know who Quentin.
I think it's probably supposed to be Tarantino.
Okay, did it autocorrect? I was like, is this a person I don't know? Is he overshadowed by Tarantino? Well, here's the thing: when you have built a career solely, on you and your name, and you're not, beholden to anyone else, including studios, then you're golden. I think that's why ScarJo was able to actually, do that with Disney and not completely be blacklisted. There's certain people that are untouchable, no matter how much they try to, let's say they wanted to cancel Daniel Day-Lewis. Well, that's probably not going to happen, right?
Yeah,
unless there's some people that they're too talented and they're too beloved and they're too independent that you just can't touch them. Yeah. First of all, thank you for the super chat. My guess is the back incident happened in Ruby's trailer. Her vibrator probably made her spam so hard that she almost broke her back, but not really. Well, we know exactly how that happened because it was well documented. Stint, thank you for the super chat. Anna as Jeff Bezos bimbo talking over Shatner during landing. Fuck that bitch! Oh my god! I just need to make a rant video about that because that shit still pisses me off.
What? Jeff Bezos cutting off God's chat. That was bullshit.
Claudia, thank you for the super chat. Warning: Rogan talks a lot about weed in his comedy. Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chats, but please don't spoil my weekend for me. There are some things telling me that he's not funny in person and then, trying to spoil his jokes. Please, I really appreciate the super chats and the support of the channel, but please just don't spoil my weekend.
I'm going this one.
Huh?
Exactly. So it's just let me have this one.
I know. It's well, who cares? What if it's exactly my kind of humor, Yeah.
Comedy is often subjective.
Yeah, exactly. I have a very sarcastic sense of humor and I have a very dark sense of humor that a lot of people get triggered by. No. But it just, when it comes to this, I do appreciate I appreciate tips on stuff, but I'm going to a show. I already have tickets and I feel like I'm getting super chats trying to talk me out of going. It's already happening. It's
a done deal. Foregone conclusion. So the reason I got up a minute ago is because Jane had come over and he was trying to kick Shit Pancake out of the bed. Yesterday, I took one of Jane's beds and put it next to me while I was streaming because he really, really wanted to be near me. And so Shit Pancake had decided to take that bed today, and Jane was trying to push him out. And so I went to get the other bed so that Jane could also sleep next to me. Kitty love.
Let's see. Russell, thank you. What are you fencing? I could use a new phone.
Ha 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 ha.
I don't get it.
It's a joke about fencing stolen goods because everyone likes to make puns about what I do.
I don't get it. What do you mean fencing stolen?
Because fencing stolen goods is like fencing things is like selling stolen goods. It's a term for selling stolen goods.
I've never heard it before.
Oh, really? Like fencing a product, like selling something on the black market? Yep. That is.
I've never heard that expression before in my life.
Oh, now you've learned something.
Now I'll get more jokes. Philip JY, thank you for the super sticker. And it's a heart smiley face. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Claudia, thank you for the super chat. Go to the show, Anna. Chappelle is there. I am going. I already bought my flights and hotel and tickets. Like, I'm going. It's like, I don't know. I'd rather not get super chats telling me, hey, Anna, the show you're going is going to be not funny, and he's not funny, and these are all of his jokes.
Anna, if he has a shirt for Daphne, can you get me one?
Yes.
Cool.
What size do you want? Or you can tell me after. Okay.
I'm a small. I don't mind telling you on air at all, so that when people want to send me shirts, they know what size to send.
Russell Hall thing, Mr. Jack, comedy is subjective. It is. It is.
I stand by what I said.
What?
I stand by what I said. Comedy is often subjective because I think there are some people that are just objectively not funny. And I think that there are some people that really objectively are funny. But like Robin Williams is objectively funny. If you don't think Robin Williams was funny, you're a monster. And then some people are objectively not funny, but everyone else in between, comedy is subjective. That's how I feel personally. But everyone's.
Did you watch that little clip of that one actor that did like a Robin Williams impression that got like millions of views?
I heard about it. I haven't watched it yet though.
Who is it? It was on Jeff's show last night, and one of the guys were saying they're like, yeah, I would never want to see that movie because like, can we just keep Robin Williams and his life like a mystery? We don't need to see like them doing a breakdown of Robin Williams.
Yeah,
don't ruin Robin Williams. Let him be precious.
I hear that.
Let's see. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Anything is funny with the right level of buzz. You know what? I feel like that works for like anyone is attractive with the right level of buzz. Anyone you can tolerate to listen to. I've been around some really not funny people.
That's true. There's just a level where there's no level.
I think there's your tolerance. You can just tolerate it a little bit better than you could when you were sober.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Macy Van Dusen, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Jessi hates puns. I have more for you. ...
You guys are so mean to me.
Well, thank you for the super chat. And guys, I think we're gonna call it a day because I am up to date.
I did just see somebody. Sorry, just something at the USO show. I just want to say real quick, we had this really cool experience walking by our weed store today. That has there's a weed store called like up the street from us, and they have a CBD store, and they're starting a program where they're offering free CBD to veterans, and they ship nationally too. So if you are a veteran and you want CBD to help with pain from injuries or whatnot, go talk to Jeff because he has information and might be able to help you get free CBD. So there you go.
I see somebody saying I missed a super chat. Let me go back and find it. What was the name of the store again, Jessi?
It's The Other Path is the CBD store. So, and yeah, Jeff has got some information from him and stuff and might be doing a stream and what have you about it. So he has the infos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. I see I missed a lot of super chats. So I apologize. Right. Russell Hall, thank you for it's like it refreshes on you and you go to like the last one that you read, but then there's a chunk either before or after it that like just disappears. Yep. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. I also do my own stunts. I'm sure you do. The Count 209, thank you for the super chat. Okay, hell yeah. I have a list of celebrities I want to meet. You, George Lucas, Johnny Depp, Eminem, and Conan O'Brien. Do you have a list? If so, who? Wait, I'm on the same list as George Lucas, Johnny Depp, Eminem, and Conan O'Brien.
I have met Conan O'Brien. I refereed his son at a fencing tournament, and I chatted with him for a little bit, and he was really cool. Yeah.
But can we just acknowledge I'm on the same list as those people? Like, what? Thank you. That's very flattering. My list of people that I want to meet, I am actually it's like, I feel like I should never meet my heroes because I have been disappointed by things that, they do or say on the internet, which sucks. But I think William Shatner and George Lucas. I always wanted to meet David Bowie, and then he passed. I wanted to meet Leonard Nimoy, and then he passed. I know this is a weird one, but I actually would like to meet Elon Musk. Just because he's a guy that is going to be in the history books, and I would just like when I'm old to be like, oh yeah, I met Elon Musk, the dude that like got humans to like the moon or Mars. Like I don't know. I would just like to meet the man because he's alive and like not super old right now. And so it's like, oh yeah, I met Elon Musk at like the height of his career kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's too weird, but
not at all. No, I think
there's
that
a lot
makes
of
sense.
artists that I would like to meet. What about you, Jessi?
I actually want to meet a lot of musicians. There's so many that I wish I could go back in time and meet, like John Lennon, obviously like a number one, but Billy Corgan is someone I always wanted to meet because I love his songwriting process, and I just want to listen to him talk about it. But it's like people, I don't know, it's weird, like actors or whatever, but I want to meet like comedians too, like there was somebody.
Well, I might meet Dave Chappelle. Fingers crossed.
Dude, he's somebody I would love to meet. Dave Chappelle is someone I'd absolutely love to meet. And there's like a zillion others, and I'm blanking on every single one of them now. Bill Burr, I think, is one I would be really interested to talk to. I've had the pleasure of meeting some people as well, though, like Jackie Kashian, who's a little small timer, but was one of my comedy heroes from a special she did on Comedy Central that I saw when I was a teenager. And I've gotten to like talk with her a bunch, which is cool. But yeah, like weirdly Gerard Way for My Chemical Romance, who also, drew the Umbrella Academy or conceived of it and did the concept art for anything. He had another artist actually do the drawing. It's his story though. So it's like he's, just this guy who just made music and art, and it spoke to me. And it's like, I don't know, I just want to talk to these people about like how they came up with the stuff that meant so much to me. So it's a lot of like musicians. I don't know. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is like a number one.
Oh yeah, totally Harrison Ford. But that's the one that I'm kind of afraid that
see, I'm not at all, because I'd fucking roll with it. I'd be ready and I'd fucking roll with it. I'd be like, all right, well, guys,
I really have to go, so I'm either gonna have to power through these super chats or just read them all later. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Steaming pants while wearing the straighteners them. Never take an SJW complaint at face value. Christoph, CW and Warner, not good workplace. The first time we heard something like this, I got your calendar. Oh, well, thank you. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Some guy probably got a blister on his face. Volcanus Rex, thank you for the super chat. Does anyone actually expect a soulless megacorp to take responsibility for something regardless of their fault? Probably not. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Maybe she's a clout chasing Kant. I think I read that one. Fucking A. I think I might have Russell, thank you. Get stoned and enjoy Chappelle. Don't BNG him though. Russ Holding with another super chat. I'll be honest, I'd rather see Conan's skimpy cosplay calendar. I feel like he'd at least go PG-13, maybe R-rated. Also, I'm pretty sure he'd wear that plug. I don't know. Ralph Mack, thank you for super chat. Why do gals have small feet to stand closer to oven? Russ Holding with super chat. You missed like 10 of my super chats. Go back. I did, and I read them. I'm sorry. It skipped on me. I'm going to do one last refresh, and then I have to go. Jessi, thank you so much for being here. Holy shit, thank you. $21,310. Holy fuck, thank you guys so much. 314 backers. You guys are amazing. I have to go next week on Jessi's channel, Mindless Entertainment. Make sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications. Follow her on Twitter, 17live, and sign up for her IndieGoGo sign-up sheet. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Hope you all have a great rest of your week, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're in the world. Jessi, say bye.